tutorialgamercom asks, how do you feel of meeting? Oh, I butchered his question. I cut out part of it. He's basically asking me, it's going to be any moment now that I'm going to be meeting sidrawing. How do I feel about it? I have to remember it because it was a while ago. The answer is really excited, really psyched. I started actually kind of freaking out when the plane landed. I'm like, oh my god, this is real. Oh my god. Until that moment, it didn't seem real, but up until before that moment, it was just excitement. And it took me probably a good 30 minutes of actually being with her before I stopped freaking out about it being real. I mean, with how special she is to me, I'm probably going to freak out again this next time, not as long. But God, the realization that she's real and we are real is incredible. Have you considered doing promotion videos? I think somebody asked this before. Well, what do you mean specifically? I'm going to have to save this for another Q&A. I've sort of answered it, what it might have been previously. He also asks, and which game from E3 is keeping you on the edge of your seat? Well, most of the games that seemed interesting that I can remember weren't for a computer. So, to the best of my knowledge, none of them. Also, Half-Life or Halo? Half-Life. DarthRazor343 asks, what is your opinion on people who say that if you think a female video game character is hot, you have no life and can't get a girlfriend? Well, I think they're wrong. I think that there's a lot of female game characters that are cute and hot and even sexy sometimes. It is a interpretation or an artistic rendering of an attractive female human body. And to be attracted to it is as human as I think we can be. And I very much have a life, contrary to popular belief, and I have a girlfriend. I prefer to call her soulmate, angel, unofficial wife, that sort of thing. So, yeah, I think they're wrong. Kevinsajokester asks, Medal of Honor, Brother in Arms, or Call of Duty, which do you think puts out the best World War II games? Very good question. I really wish I remember them very well. I think Medal of Honor is the one where you point in a location and tell your men to go there, or something like that. That could also be Brothers in Arms. I think it was Brothers in Arms, Road to Hill 30. If it's Road to Hill 30, maybe it's 16 or something. I don't remember. If I remember right, that game really took me aback. I tried to do the whole thing of saving all of my men, and then I realized you gotta lose men if you're gonna take these strategic points. And I lost a lot of men, but I always succeeded. I always ended up beating the game, and it was really hard a lot of times. Oh, a couple times I had to start over. But it just gave you a real sense of what it was like, because you really felt like you're going to lose men. There's nothing you can do about it. You're going to lose men. And it was just... I mean, Call of Duty is probably the better game. But there was something... If the problem is, I wish I remember if it was Brothers in Arms. I think it was, but there was just something about it that made it amazing. Okay, Johnownsy0u asks, do you prefer open-world games or level-based games? I can't really answer that. That really depends on the game. For example, would I want BioShock to become an open-world game? Well, it sort of is, but sort of isn't. Probably not. I kind of like the fact that you keep having to move forward. Would I want Half-Life Original, to be an open-world game? Yes. I don't like the fact that I have to use trip mines to get back to previous places. I love doing that. I don't know why. Anyway. And then open-world games. Would I want Vice City or something like that, Saints Row, to be level-based? Not on the hairs of your chinny chin chin. Is there one that I would want? Most of open-world games don't have very good engines or interface. They kind of make up for it because it's open-world. So not really. Okay, Johnownsy0u, that's with a 0, also asks, were there any LPs you didn't want or like to do? Empire, Total War, Lord of the Rings, Conquest. Right now it's been so long since I've done Dead Space, I'm not really dreading that. I mean, it wasn't really that bad of a game. Rise of the Argonauts, that was relatively painful. Stormrise, did not like that at all. There's a few others I can't remember. But that doesn't mean you can't request it. It just means that I'm probably going to groan a whole lot. FatmanTwin asks, I think a lot of wars come from religion. What are your views on this? Basically what I stated was a lot of times religion is the is the cause for war, but resources are the reason for war. I don't really think that a lot of people are going to argue with this. A lot of people are going to argue with this. But I don't think that religion is a cause for war when resources are abundant. Almost ever. I think when resources are scarce, and you either feel that the other is taking it from you, or you would do so much better if you had what the other had, that's why a war starts. Now, the reason that they might give, I think I got the original thing backwards. The reason they might give is because of religious reasons, but I always think it's based on resources. Johaku99 asks, what do I think about suicide bombers? I think they're a one-trick pony. Oh, come on, that was a little funny. A one-trick pony. You get it? You get it? It's like, you're going to do it once, but you're not going to do it. Okay. I think that suicide bombers should be so successful that as soon as they plan on becoming a suicide bomber, they blow up. I think that'd be great. I think as soon as you say, I'm going to be a suicide bomber, boom! Exploded right there. In other words, I don't think it's a very effective tool. I think that's another time when ethics are being distorted based on institutionalized religion. Not that all religion is bad, that's not what I'm saying.